by some very special people. And if they would all rise and stand with me, that would be great. And we're also joined today by some wonderful students from Manual Arts High School, and I'm glad that they're here to not only receive some recognition, but to watch this presentation today too, so they can learn a little bit more about the history of their community. Come stand with me up here. It's okay. Oh, okay. So today we're going back to the Avenue, Central Avenue. For the second year, Dunbar EDC is celebrating the legacy of jazz on Central Avenue and the legends that helped to make it great. The people who are joining me shared their talents with thousands upon thousands of people, and they are living legends. So today, at a special luncheon being held for them at the historic Dunbar Hotel, they will be celebrated and hosted by Clora Bryant and Michael Dolphin. The 2006 honorees are Carmen Bradford, Yvette Devereaux, Janelle Hawkins, Etta James, Melba Liston, Esther Phillips, Vi Red, Patrice Rushen, Dolly Scott McDuff, Nedra Wheeler. Paul Bryant and Marl Young will be posthumously honored.
I'm standing right here.
What? Okay, can we...
That just shows you how powerful. Wait,
Well, you know
Miss
what?
Perry.
Somebody told you something to tell you. Okay.
Miss Perry, that shows you, you got it, that shows you
It's
how
a miracle.
Powerful.
Wait, it's a miracle.
That's
He's
a miracle.
alive. It's alive.
You're very good, Miss Perry. You're very, get another hand for Miss Perry on that magic.
All right. Okay, listen. Praise God, he's alive. All right. You know what? Just for that, you get to say something special.
Thank you.
Okay. The second annual Jazz Legends of Los Angeles Awards is the Dunbar EDC's annual signature recognition luncheon for the musicians and vocalists who have contributed to the vibrant historical legacy of Central Avenue and music in Los Angeles. And it is bestowed upon honorees with prominence in the fields of jazz, gospel, rhythm and blues, classical, and soul music. And I'm so honored to have all of them here today. And I also think the Dunbar, is Reggie here yet? The Dunbar is having a Central Avenue concert this Sunday night at the Ford Theater. And I hope that for those of you who are watching, oh, great, okay. Oh, hey, Michael. It is Sunday night, right?
Yes.
Come on up here. Come on up here and say a few words about that, Michael. Okay, Michael Dolphin, Dolphin Records, and board member, Dunbar EDC. Okay, just say a little something about Sunday night.
Hi. Sunday night, we're taking Central Avenue to Hollywood. That was the whole intent, to celebrate Central Avenue in another part of the city. The history of Central Avenue, the heritage, the cultural legacy is an important thing. And Buddy Collette is headlining with his Alumni Jazz Orchestra. We're going to pay a musical tribute to that history as well. So I'm really looking forward to paying tribute to this city. That's what it's all about.
Tell them where.
It's at the Ford Amphitheater. It's Sunday night from, the event starts at 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And it's a small fee. It's the deal of the century, as a matter of fact.
And so the kids, the young people from Manual Arts High School can understand the context. Tell them about your family's business on Central Avenue and the history.
I am one of the sons of John Dolphin. John Dolphin owned Dolphins of Hollywood Records that was right on the corner of Vernon Central for very many years. Not only the record shop, but KGFJ broadcast out of the front window with Hunter Hancock and Huggy Bear and Joe Adams. And my dad had a small recording studio in the back of the store and recorded many Los Angeles legends, not just jazz, but doo-wop, Don Julian and the Meadowlarks. Buddy Collette and Charles Mingus made their very first recordings in the back of my dad's store. Now, I can't take credit for any of that. I was only 2 years old at the time. But John and Ruth Dolphin deserve all the credit for that. It was a historical place, and the folks who used to visit were phenomenal. It was where Miles Davis used to walk in, and Johnny Otis and Lo Lester and the list just goes on and on and on and on. But it's part of that Central Avenue legacy that R.J. Smith talks about, but what he says also that Los Angeles is the capital of forgetting. That's something that we want to be certain doesn't happen. There is a legacy from Central Avenue, from Dolphins of Hollywood to the Dunbar Hotel, to the family home of Dr. Ralph J. Bunch, which is within 100 yards of Jefferson High School.
So for the students who are here from Manual Arts High School, again, tell them a little bit, just a bit about who Dr. Ralph Bunch was. And
Dr. Ralph Bunch, in 1948, negotiated the Arab-Palestinian Treaty. He's a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and I don't think we have too many Nobel Peace Prize winners from South Central Los Angeles. So it is something to be proud of from that community. But it also goes to show that your roots are where you grow, where you come from, what you do with your life is in your hands. You have this opportunity to move forward. You have this opportunity to excel. Los Angeles is still a great city for education and opportunity, and we certainly need to reinforce that to all of our young people. You can achieve, you can accomplish, and we've had folks from your neighborhoods, whether they're poor neighborhoods or impoverished neighborhoods, who've accomplished things on an international level.
thank you.
Thank you.
Now, for the individual who has risen, all right, let's let him have a few special words here.
My name is Paul Bryant. Came here in 1934 at the age of 6 months old. Went into Grades Conservatory in 1937. Los Angeles is a great place of all great people. Dorothy Dandridge, Loretta Young, etc. over at students at Jefferson High School. Me also, the great Samuel. Alma Hightower. John A. Gray, who had the conservatory here. I studied under him, but I went into motion pictures, and I did a motion picture. I had been there for about 12 years, and I did a motion picture with Samuel Goldwyn called Knickerbocker Holiday, Nelson Eddy, Jeanette MacDonald, Charles Coburn, and we had a rap party. And I was a student of piano at the time. At the same time, I had always been in many motion pictures, and I was doing radio. And we played the rap party, and Samuel Goldwyn said, "Young man, the way you're playing the piano, you just keep on playing because one day they're going to celebrate you at City Hall." And I was, you know, I reminisced because see, there's so many great things about Black Americans in this town that has gone unnoticed, and I am the torchbearer. Now, one more thing. 1940, with Paul Robeson at 20th Century Fox, did a motion picture called Tales of Manhattan with L.G. Robinson. At that time, the back lot used to be, which is now Century City. We would walk for 2 months every day. For 2 hours every day, and he said, "Young man, you're the torchbearer." And I do remember that all the great people and all the great things, Dr. Stovall, with the tuberculosis and all his great contributions, and in our great honorable Councilwoman Perry, we have her community now, which will, she had Willie Colvan, who taught everybody in Hollywood how to dance. Everybody. He was the secret weapon for Fred Astaire, George Kirby, George Murphy, everybody. During the Second World War, I did all the USO shows with Ronald Reagan, etc. So I have been here for a long time. I am still active, semi-retired, but I'm glad to be here. And one of these days, Miss Perry and I are going to sit down and talk. We got some folks over there from Central Avenue, from the east side, that have got to be honored. So I thank you, and thank you for the Almighty for letting me get here and resurrect myself once again.
That's a miracle. You're alive. You're alive.
I don't know who told you about the posthumous stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But anyway, Marl?
Okay.
No, Marl's here.
Marl's here.
We'll see Marl later.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay, but anyway, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
And thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
All
Now,
right.
if you would all just relax, and then we can do the next one, and I think we can take some really nice photos inside the
One more
council
thing, can I
chamber.
say?
Just one more thing.
Now, we have sacred ground for those of the new people in this city that are coming into our schools. Jefferson High School is sacred ground. And the whole east side is sacred ground, and everyone that has moved there from, God bless them, from the different areas of the world, I would appreciate it if this message would go forth to them to let them know that that's where they are, and we'll honor that side of town
And
as well as
Manual Arts
and the whole LA and Manual Arts.
Okay, and Fremont.
And Fremont,
Okay.
and Jordan.
Okay, okay.
Now, how about Locke? How about Locke High School?
Okay, throw Locke, please.
Well, no, Locke, well, the whole east side, but Locke is new, but basically the overall thing, you see, it's said because so many things people don't know. And that was our community before we migrated west, part of the western part of the city. But I just wanted to get that in because nobody's saying anything. Nobody, and we got, this is great stuff here, folks.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And
opportunity to learn.
and I'm here, and I'm not going to be quiet.
Oh, dear.
You know,
Okay,
and
okay.
but I'm so thankful to be here and everything, and we want to thank Jan Perry for doing such a great job she's doing. Because I'm talking about carry on, sister, carry on.
Thank you all for coming in. The Ford Theater, located right in the Hollywood-Cahuenga Pass. Convenient parking. It's a sharp turn around Cahuenga there, and it's a beautiful, intimate setting. You're going to have a wonderful night. So I encourage all of you to go, in the sound of my voice, to the Ford Theater this Sunday night. And I also want to say, for those who talked about Central Avenue, Jan Perry has done a wonderful job in helping the great jazz festival we have every year and recreating the history that is so important, as you spoke of, all those people who have come through our city and have done great things from Los Angeles. I'm very proud to say that my mentor
Thank you.
was a Jefferson High Democrat, Milt Davis. I don't know if any of you knew the Davis family. I think there were 6 boys and a couple of girls, but he was a great member of the Baltimore Colts in 1958, UCLA graduate, Milt Davis. But anyway,
Okay.
Congratulations, Jan Perry. Let's give them all a big hand and come up on Sunday night to the Ford Theater.
Say your name.
Good morning. My name is Vi Red Avellino. I'm a native of Los Angeles. I wish to state that amongst the honorees for 2006, 3 of them, Melba, who's passed on, but Paul Bryant and myself were all students of Mrs. Alma Hightower, who was a great, great music teacher, along with Mr. Gray, Professor Gray, he was called, and Lloyd Reese. And at some point, I'm certainly hoping that the city will be able to acknowledge the magnificent contributions that she made in our community many years ago. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Mr. President. I think if everybody could stay for a few minutes and we can make some nice photographs here at the center table. All right, our next group is led by John Santos, who is a teacher at Manual Arts High School. So if the Manual Arts group would join me. Is that okay if they come up? Okay. Come on up, Manual Arts. Whatever, what's your best side? What's your best side?
Still trying to figure that one out.
Okay. It's an honor to be joined by teacher John Santos. He is a lead teacher specializing in Imaging Sciences and Technology Academy and MESA coordinator at Manual Arts High School. He is here today because this year he was recognized by the Electronic Document Systems Foundation as the secondary, post-secondary International Educator of the Year. Give him a big hand. Mr. Santos is also recognized by the University of Southern California, Viterbi School of Engineering, as the Math, Engineering, and Science Achievement Advisor of the Year. In addition, he was awarded the Hispanic Engineer National Achievement Awards Corporation High School Educator of the Year this October the 6th in Anaheim at the HENAAC conference. You can go through that again if you want. This year, Manual Arts achieved several extraordinary feats, including finishing first in the Junior Engineering Technical Society's Teams National Engineering Exam Division 7. That's incredible. That's wonderful. They also finished first in the Los Angeles Metro Regional of the National Engineering Design Competition. At the state finals of the National Engineering Design Competition, Manual arts students set a new high score on the technical document component with an average of 97 points out of 100. That's very good. This score helped lead Manual Arts into a third-place finish overall in the entire state of California. Manual Arts, Imaging Sciences and Technology Academy, and MESA students are the most academically and technically competitive urban program in both Los Angeles and Orange counties. There is no other school in either county that competes in as many nationally recognized scientific or technical competitions as Manual Arts. These include the NASA JPL Invention Challenge, U.S. First Robotics, the National Science Bowl, JETS Teams National Engineering Exam, PIASC Academic Technical Decathlon, the various MESA competitions, and the National Engineering Design Competition. In the last 5 years, students involved in this program go directly to a four-year university and have a 72% retention rate. This would not be possible without the hard work and dedicated effort of teachers like Mr. John Santos. So now give him a big hand. So I wanted to take this opportunity to thank him, to recognize him, and I'm glad that he has his students around him, and to say how much we appreciate his passion for teaching and the inspiration that he has given to so many young people. And I got to say, the last time I saw you, when you told me some of the schools that your students are going to, I think you should share that with people today, because it's very impressive. So, Teacher Santos.
We have been very fortunate at Manual Arts to have had the support of an administration in recent years that has opened the doors for our students to go out there and challenge themselves and compete. And yes, when you go to school, you learn the basic stuff, and you learn about science, math, and all that, and all those good things. But it's when you challenge yourself and you compete against other people that you really see the value of your education. And for high school students in South Central Los Angeles, I think that's extremely important. It's nice to get A's and B's, but it's even better to know what those A's and B's mean when you're competing against other schools in Los Angeles and Orange County. And to be successful and to show that your hard work in school actually amounts to something, and you can look towards the future, hopefully helping this city. I think it shows the value that these young people behind me are going to be the people that engineer the dreams that this city council sets before us. These are the young people that are going to engineer a better Los Angeles. And for that, I am grateful for this honor and for honoring my students, because it is because of their hard work that we've been able to achieve this. Thank you.
Mr. Santos, thank you for the remark. I'd like to recognize the councilman of the 1st District, Mr. Reyes.
Thank you, President Labange. Jan Perry, council member, I want to thank you for an inspiring morning. From song, culture, history, and now education, everything you do is provide hope for our community in areas that many have forgotten. To Mr. Santos, I want to say thank you, Teacher Santos. I have the honor of knowing Mr. Santos. We spent 1st through 8th grade together at Sacred Heart of Jesus in Lincoln Heights. And to see him now as a teacher and actually molding and creating and influencing our future generations in this way, to me, is very inspiring. I know your mom must be smiling. I hope you get a copy of this tape, because she's a very hardworking woman as well. Mr. Santos is one of those individuals who was always, with a smile, running around, always trying to create the team effort and always backing people up. And it's great to see him do that as a teacher for all our young people. So congratulations, Ms. Perry.
Yeah.
Mr. Santos, to the students.
Yeah.
I know amongst you we have future council members, senators, mayors,
Engineers.
engineers, let's not forget engineers.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you have a minute to stay so we can do the pictures? Can you guys wait for it? Okay, great. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much, Ms. Perry. I'd like to recognize you again for another special
I think
presentation.
I'm standing in today for the real council president.
And who is that?
His name is Eric Garcetti, and he is, I think, introducing a former president of the United States at an event this morning, so I guess that's a pretty good excuse. Jerry Wagner. This is amazing. 40 years of service to the city of Los Angeles. This is just overwhelming. It's amazing. Did you ever work anywhere else?
Cutting yards, working for a church as a teenager, but this
And
is
this is where you-
my only adult job, other than the service Navy.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, he is a senior tax auditor from the Office of Finance, and he, Jerry Wagner, is retiring after 40 years of service to the city of Los Angeles. I think we can give him a hand for that. He began his career with the city of Los Angeles on November 22nd, 1965, as a messenger clerk with the library department while attending Los Angeles City College. On September 12, 1966, Jerry Wagner joined the United States Navy and served 3 years and 9 months. During this time, he attained the rank of third-class petty officer and served 2 years in San Diego, 2 years in Japan, and 3 tours in Vietnam. He received the National Defense Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal, and an honorable discharge. He returned from military service to his position of messenger clerk with the library, and then promoted to clerk in February 1973, followed by a promotion to senior clerk in July 1975 with the Treasury Department. While employed with the city, he attended night school and graduated from Cal State Dominguez Hills with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with a specialty in accounting. On July 26, 1976, Mr. Wagner was promoted to tax and permit field representative in the city clerk's office, and on December 31, 1980, he promoted again to tax auditor, and then again in 1987, he was promoted to senior tax auditor with the city clerk's office. He was commended by Julian Gottlieb, Chief Tax Auditor, in July 1987 for his outstanding efforts in limiting the city's financial exposure in both savings and loan and insurance company lawsuits. He also received a commendation from Elias Martinez, then city clerk, in 1996 for his outstanding contributions involving the development of a comprehensive training manual for the Tax and Permit Division, and has received countless letters from taxpayers commending him for performing his duties in a courteous and highly professional manner. He later received an Outstanding Service Award in April 2000 from then City Clerk Michael Carey for his 14 years of training new tax auditors. He has been a longtime official for the Los Angeles Federal Credit Union, serving as a member of the Supervisory Committee, Credit Committee Board of Directors, and in 2001, 2002, he also served as chairperson of the Los Angeles Federal Credit Union. So today, the Los Angeles City Council, along with the mayor of the city of Los Angeles, honor you, Jerry Wagner, for your dedication and outstanding contributions to not only your country, but the city of Los Angeles, and we would like to extend the very best wishes for a very long and happy retirement, and congratulations. Thank you. We'll go in the back. And while we're, okay. And we're going to take some more after we're done, so you won't miss out. Okay, we can do a dramatic reenactment. Jerry, since you worked here for 40 years, I think it's okay if you say a few words. Would you like to do that?
Sure, thank you. I want to thank the council for this honor, and let me say it's been a pleasure to work for the city of Los Angeles and the employees for 40 years. Not said on this is how I became a city employee. They actually came to high schools and recruited people to come work for the city or take tests. And I hope and I wish that they still do this. I'm not sure they do, because I haven't been in high school for a while. But I'm hoping that they do recruit it, because a lot of young people don't know what kind of careers they're going to have after high school, and this is one of the opportunities they should be aware of. And it's also, I would like to say that the city employees is like a family to all the community of the city of Los Angeles, including the council and the employees, working together to make the city of Los Angeles a better place to live. And I'm happy to be a part of that. I'm proud to be a part of that. And I'm still on the board of directors of the LA Federal Credit Union, so I'm still serving the city of Los Angeles, even though I've retired now. So thank you very much again.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, why don't you take your family and friends, and we'll meet you in the back and do in front of the city backdrop. We'll meet you back there.
Congratulations to you. Good, Jerry,
All right,
good
thank you.
retirement. Thank
I think
you.
I've done everything I'm supposed to do.
Thank you, Miss. Let's give Miss Perry a big hand at this time right now. Great presentation. Now, again, it's my honor to call upon the great councilman of the 1st District, the great Ed Reyes.
Thank you, President Sam Labange. I want to invite all our guests who have been involved in the cornfield. They're all out there. Come on down. Please join me. Colleagues, this is an incredible story. It's an incredible experience that speaks to how community leaders, state officials, together with the city family, we were able to change the course of how our city can evolve within the downtown Northeast area. It's about a place called the Cornfields, a place that was designated to be an industrial warehouse development. But for the hard-working efforts of community leaders and state officials, we were able to achieve a dream, fulfill a dream that gives us now open space, park space, but it also gives us the opportunity to celebrate the birthplace of Los Angeles, a place in which the original Sangha actually emerged from the Ali River that gave life to this great city. With me today, I have many of those individuals who gave a lot of their time. Some were paid, but they worked a lot of hours anyway, and making sure we reach a point where now we have a charrette, a community process, where we can start talking about what this field will look like in the future. With me today, we have the folks who are in the trenches, who are actually there on a day-to-day basis, but you also had the hard work of our elected officials. So I want to make sure I recognize folks like Senator Richard Polanco, who worked in this process along with one of his deputies, Chi Mui, who also worked with the Alliance and was a strong leader in that effort. We had Supervisor Gloria Molina, who stepped up on the county side along with her staff, folks like Carrie Sutkin. We had then Assemblymember Antonio Villaraigosa moving the bond funds to make sure the resources were there to acquire these resources. Senator Cedillo and his advocacy. Assemblymember Jackie Goldberg and her hard work and making sure we were able to arrange a historic, could I say, commitment between the state and city to actually use these properties. With me today we have from the California State Parks, Diana Martinez, Sean Woods, who should be congratulated in his promotion to superintendent. Congratulations, Sean. From the State Parks Foundation, Sarah Feldman. From the Chinatown Yard Alliance, we of course have Louis McAdams, who's probably teaching someone or reading a poem. Oh, he's here. Louis, I'm glad you're here. They told me you were not.
Jan Perry had that similar type situation in her presentation. But
See, I was about to talk about how he's reading poetry to the river, but he's here today. Okay. We have with us Philip Young, Robert Garcia, who's also part of the legal firm that helped bolster up the legal team. With us, Alan G., who then was my deputy for the 1st District, and his lovely wife, Alexis Moreno, and the new addition to the family, and his name? Elias. 7 weeks old, a very young advocate. With Nada Cornfield, we have with us Carmelo Alvarez, Jeremy Rosenberg. From the Natural Resource Defense Council, Tim Grabiel. I put the R in the right place? Okay, good. Also with us, Andy Lieberman from the Propo Committee. Andy, who's been a very strong advocate for us. All of these folks have been an incredible, now, is there anyone I missed? Please, do you name?
Mark Williams from Concerned Citizen.
Mark Willis from Concerned Citizen. Do you have anyone else? We got everybody? I want to make sure y'all here. Your name? Philip Young, he's here with us. And Carmelo, so yes, we got everyone. Again, tomorrow, Saturday, October 14th, at 9:30, we'll be having a charrette to look at the concepts that are being presented that will determine essentially the future. We have 3 design teams, Mia Laird and Associates, Field Operations, Hargraves and Associates, and we want to make sure that you all are able to come and participate, because this will essentially establish a whole new image, a whole new face for the city. It'll be at the Goodwill Southern California Auditorium, 342 North San Fernando Road in Lincoln Heights. So again, there is so much to share. It's a saga that went on for maybe 5-6 years, and we're here now. So with that, I'd like to, there's so many leaders here. I don't know if we should start letting everyone speak. Let's do this.
Now, start with Louis McAdams. He's the first friend of the LA
Thank
River.
you, Tom. I was about to go there. I know you're an LA River advocate, friends of the LA River. So, Mr. McAdams, by popular demand.
On behalf of the Chinatown Yard Alliance, which included everybody here practically, I just wanted to say thank you. It's wonderful to be recognized for what was really just the beginning of the battle to turn the entire river into the city's front yard and greenway from the mountains to the sea. And thank you very much for this honor.
Thank you, Louis. Okay, Tom?
On behalf of the California State Parks Foundation, 80,000 members throughout California, many of them right here in LA, I'd like to thank you, Councilman Reyes, for all of your support and all of your hard work. You've really helped make this possible. We're very much looking forward to the culmination of the design competition and more work on the park, and in the meantime, really enjoying the park that's open now and the community using it. We're very, very pleased to be supporting this project, as we do many projects throughout LA and Southern California, and to be working with the esteemed councilman. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We have certificates for everyone, but we'll pass them out when we take our pictures. I'd like to ask Sean Woods and Dan Martinez, 2 very, very critical role players in this process.
Thank you very much. Well, on behalf of California State Parks, it's a great honor to accept this resolution, and we would like to personally thank you, Councilmember Reyes, for your leadership. You've been a great partner over the last several years, and really your involvement has been instrumental in the success of the downtown state parks. I'd just like to mention that California State Parks is really committed to bringing parks to the urban core in Los Angeles, and we've got several great projects in many council districts on the horizon. We're in the midst of a general plan at Santa Susana State Historic Park. We're working at Watts Towers, doing great projects there. Los Enstinos State Historic Park. We have a grand opening at Rio de Los Angeles State Park. Did I miss anything? Topanga State Park, we've got some great projects going on there. We are looking forward to working with all the council districts to create world-class parks in Los Angeles for the residents of California and the citizens of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Superintendent, how about Will Rogers State Park? You just did renovation there.
That's right, Will Rogers. Thanks, Tom.
All right, Tom. See, Mr. LA knows his parks. I'd like to invite Mr. Garcia for a few words.
Thank you so much, Council Member. Thank you so much, City Council, for this resolution. The Los Angeles Times called the victory in the cornfield a heroic monument and a symbol of hope. and it is, and it's more than a park. That park has been an organizing opportunity to bring people together to create the kind of city and community where they want to live and raise children. And Los Angeles is park poor. There are unfair disparities based on race, ethnicity, income, but the cornfield is the first step in what is now known throughout the United States and abroad as the beginning of the urban park movement to address these things. Thank you so much for this great victory.
Thank you, Robert. I'd like to invite Tim Gravel. Tim? Say a few words. Got to get the legal term.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here to accept this on behalf of the Natural Resources Defense Council. I'm sitting in for Joel Reynolds. I am involved, but Joel has been much more involved. He really wanted to be here today. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Councilmember Reyes right now for all his support and his help. And that's it.
I think we covered every element. Does anyone else like to come up? Because I know you made the trip here. Okay, not a cornfield. Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
Citizens.
I want to thank Councilman Reyes for your leadership and your participation in this. And I want to thank the families that participated in this alliance. Sad to say that it didn't happen because it was a good idea. It happened because the need was great and people in the community decided that this is what was best for the property. And we don't ever want to forget it. It's important that all the citizens coming up in this city now know their participation is required to make it a better place. And we set a pretty good example for that in the cornfields. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Reyes. I personally want to thank you for your leadership on this, and I know I sit with you on the committee, which is so important. And I also want to thank everybody, because this is truly so important to connect us back to the river, as you state, and to the Pueblo, our birthplace. And most importantly, we have to connect to Elysian Park, which I think is one of the prettiest parks in the whole city, but to be connected in such a way that everyone could enjoy. It was a wonderful, glorious day 2 Saturdays ago when, with Mayor Villaraigosa, we dedicated that. And I did want to say, too, to thank then Mayor Tom Bradley, the late great Tom Bradley, and John Ferraro, because of our early efforts. Louis, you were on the banks of the river by Eats Cafe, I think in 1988, when they started officially bringing the advocates for the river into the to the City Hall. So this is a great day for more great days for our Los Angeles River.
Thank you, Tom. And I have one more speaker, Mr. Carmelo Alvarez, Jeremy, please.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank the City of LA, especially Ed Reyes and Tom, who's taken some great pictures and brings us pumpkin bread all the time, and is a local historian. So thank you so much. I just want to say that it was really an honor to be a part of Lauren Bond's dream. She had a dream of blue corn, and in fact, we brought blue corn seeds from the Hopi tribe and planted. Those were the first hand-planted corn that was there at the Not a Cornfield project. It's just been an honor to be a part of a project that turned a brownfield into a greenfield. So we look forward to the future of it and being a part of ushering the new green revolution. Thank you so much.
Again, thank you so much, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank my staff, Jill Soriel, all her hard work, Lupe Vela, then Ellen G., who I recognized earlier. Thank you, Ellen, for your hard work. And again, this is about the watershed, about our future, and about our children, so thank you so much.
And if I could make one other tip, too, to add to that, just like for the manual arts students, for these great leaders, take time and go up to the tower today and look at the city and actually look at the development of the Cornfield State Park. And it's a beautiful day from Tom Bradley Tower to see that. Congratulations. I'm honored to know most of you and want to meet all of you. And what the gentleman said about empowerment, it's true. Nothing happens in the city unless people make it happen. In creating the Chinatown Alliance, Ed, that was a great thing. And Chi Mu was such a great leader, that late great member of the San Gabriel City Council. Congratulations. Let's give them all a big hand. Okay, at this time, Mr. Clerk, we have completed our presentation. So I see it's 40 minutes after the hour. I'd like just to open up to a couple of quick questions. Anybody would have this here who knows music? I know there's some great people from Central Avenue here. This is the question. What was it 2121 South Michigan Avenue in Chicago? Does anybody know what was there? 2121 South Michigan Avenue. Chess Records, that's where Chuck Berry recorded. Okay, I just wanted to get that out. That was the only instrumental that the Rolling Stones did, was 2121 South Michigan Avenue on 12x5 album years ago. But music is so important to all of us, and cultural and athletics. It's just great to see this celebration, and much success on Sunday night at the Ford Theater. Much success for future endeavors. And it's so great that we don't forget who worked so hard in the past through higher challenges than we have today to bring about such a great part of American life in music, and for those who were in Los Angeles at the time. And I would gather, when you spoke of Dr. Ralph, you spoke of him as a Nobel Peace Prize winner. I don't know if there's anyone else from Los Angeles who won the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm going to check that. He may be the only one, Dr. Ralph Bunche. So that's a very unique honor, and a great graduate of UCLA, which is a great university, and as well as USC, where Sharon Soar, CLA, is so proud of. And the great John Ferraro, who was a great member of the Trojan family there. So with all those presentations, and with the interest to conserve energy, I'm going to stop speaking at this microphone. And wish you all a great weekend, and let you know it's a beautiful weekend. Watch out if it rains, because it hasn't rained in a while. And the roads may be slick, so drive slow. Thank you very much. This concludes presentations for this day, the 13th day of October, 2006.